I think you have to be careful because, you know, when you're doing a TV broadcast and you've got so much data, whether it's from Next Gen Stats or whether it's MLBAM and StatCast or any of the other data feeds that are available to you, you have to be careful that you're actually telling the audience something meaningful and you're not getting in your own way of telling a story. So we use something that I call the bar test, which is like, can you tell what you're doing if you were watching in a bar? Because if you can't, you may want to be careful about putting it in. And the other thing that helps that along and helps certain data feeds kind of pass that test is this whole thing. And I think that all of us have mentioned augmented reality. Now, augmented reality, it's kind of an important theme here because, I mean, there's no network out here that's not doing this right now. And what it helps us accomplish is to keep everybody within the game, within the playing field, within the studio, instead of taking somebody away from sort of, you know, to a 2D graphic and a bunch of numbers. Now you're able to show the audience in kind of a very creative way what you're doing. And for stats, you can demonstrate, you can show on the field. I mean, there's a lot of things that are very, I mean, I think that a lot of people probably walk away saying, wow, these guys are all kind of doing very similar things. But the augmented reality in terms of data is very important to be able to kind of get some of those more complex items out there and try to unpack those things for the audience. But it is a treacherous slope, I think, to get mired in weird things that, you know, may be difficult for the audience to digest.
Right, right. Anybody else as far as just as an augmented reality?
If you have to explain the graphic, then it's probably not the right stat to...
Right.
Yeah, no, Mike's right. You know, the augmented reality is really a key of bringing the branding, bringing the graphic, or just explaining the play without taking you away from the game, because after all, that's what you're there to see. So that's how we can do that, make it meaningful, and still keep you really engaged in the game that's going on the field.
And when you have hours of studio programming like we do, Phil, it also is a way to visually display, you know, what you're talking about, the trends, you know, where the goal is going, you know, where the puck is going, where the ball is going. You know, hey, this player hits, you know, 95% of the time to right field. So how do you react to that? So when there's a lot of time to fill up, those visuals, those optics, are just helpful to enliven what you're talking about.